9 months after the devastating explosion in Dejo Oyelese, Bodija Government Residential Area, affected residents are still pleading for federal and state government intervention. The January 16 tragedy claimed multiple lives and destroyed properties worth millions of naira, leaving survivors in dire need of assistance. Months after the incident, the scars remain fresh in the minds of members of the Dejo Oyelese Vigilante Group, an association made up of about 250 families affected by the blast, who say the government had turned a deaf ear to their predicament and left them to their fate.
When that kind of thing happens, it has to be a kind of collaboration between the government and the people. However, we had a serious problem. When disasters happen in other parts of the country, one of the first set of people to rise up to the occasion are the representatives of the people in the local government, state assembly, we have House of Rep people, and the senators. Unfortunately, in this particular instance, we are still expecting them to come around. We thought they should be our voice to talk to the federal government to help in this kind of situation. So we hope they are still coming. And from the government, almost 1 year into the incident, we are still expecting help from them.
It is an understatement to say that we are in distress, as many of us have not been able to return to our homes and are still squatting with relatives and friends. Some of our houses destroyed by the blast are now overgrown with weeds and invaded by wild animals. Most of us are senior citizens who have no means of, at the twilight of our life, to embark on building new houses from our meager resources. In order to ameliorate the unsafe situation brought about by the unfortunate blast of 16 January 2024, we, the residents of DOVE, are being humbled to the federal and state governments to consider the following so that we can get back our lives. 1. For financial rehabilitation.
The victims called for the prosecution of those responsible for the incident and an end to the activities of illegal miners, as some of them recall the sad event.
Some of our fathers are here, seated here. What a country. People who have labored for this nation, people who have served the country and still serving, to be treated like this. My mother was a widow of 50 years. Thank God she left a year before. We were just preparing for her first year anniversary, moving things to the house when this occurred. I'm saying we have a government in this country.
So someone in the area was shouting, put off your light, put off your light. So in the process of putting off the light, that was when the explosion happened. And it caught her right in the garage. All the roller shutters, became splinters. Iron rods from the roller shutter hit her leg, and the leg was broken into 2.
The people who represent us in the houses had not thought it fit to show empathy. Where are the senators? Where are they? And when voting comes, election comes, they keep knocking on your door. I am Mr. So I want to represent you in this area. I think they have a lot to learn, and God will teach them from His wisdom.
Residents are hoping that the government at all levels will do the needful to address issues raised by those affected by the Bodija explosion.